Okie doke. Floor 9. There has been a lot of stuff going on. The game got updated and I got a little bit of a problem retrieving my save, but it seems like it's okay right now. Amplitude seems to be doing quite a good job at updating the game. From what I know, they overhauled the lighting system somewhat, so we're gonna see how that works. Suddenly the frame rate looks a little bit better right now. So here we are on floor 9. Let's see. I'll have to... I actually played this this floor in like 3/4, almost the end, I think. So I'm gonna have to take stock of what I have unupgraded and stuff. I think I want to go with a food replicator first, and keep max in if I can. So I'm gonna go ahead, open up also the left side of the map, and we have a passive effect for the whole floor, and we cannot operate for 3 more rounds. What that means is we're gonna have to explore a little bit more. Let's go right. Also, I have actually looked up the dust vault effect, and I'm a dummy, and that might cost me a playthrough, because it seems that the dust vaults, the definition that they can bring death means actually that it can blow up all the minor modules in the room, which is not as bad as I thought. I don't think it can actually damage my heroes. So from now on, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna use every one of them. Alright, so we have a power suit. Which lowers the speed of the character, but gives a great deal of defense back to the character. So I think I'm gonna go with Mizzy, as she is usually the one that needs it most. Alright, so now I have an Armani suit ready to use, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and put it on max, and remember that with that the enemies will target max first. So let's move into the other room. Let's find more stuff. So a guard uniform, which yeah, lowers speed just a little bit, gives you a little bit more defense. That should be okay. And here we are. The module here is ready. We can now operate. So let's move Max back into the food room, and let's go ahead, explore more. Explore the dungeon further right with Gelary. This is a dead end. We gather some enemies here, so let's do it like this. I'm gonna move the chef and Gelary to the monsters for them to fight just a little bit. Take the brunt of the damage on them. I'll keep Mizzy in the back room here, but it wasn't needed, so I guess we're okay. I'm gonna switch around, put the chef into the back room, and let Mizzy deal with the any oncoming enemy waves. So we get some self-powered rooms. Let's make a basic combo of slowing down and hitting the enemies on the way to our crystal. Okay, so we have a merchant who deals with who deals in science, which is nice. So what do we have here? We have a pretty nice DPS increasing weapon for Jolari. It's gonna lower her speed just a bit, but I'm not too concerned about that. Now we got a space suit. Very interesting. It increases wit, actually, and gives the character a bonus to wit, and then gives the character regions. So I think I'm gonna buy that. We also have like tutu, which is very nice. I think I'm gonna buy that for Max. Maybe sell something. Let's sell this prison uniform and this guard uniform. Let's see, we also have a restrainer. Huh. It adds the restrainer. No, actually, the restrainer does not seem to be of much use to me. It lowers the attack cooldown. No, it adds to the attack cooldown, so it restrains a little bit, gives a little bit more HP. I do not want that. I do like this this tutu. It increases the speed significantly, so that might be useful, but I think I'm gonna go with Armani suit and not the tutu. As nice as this as speed bonus is, I think. No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead buy Jolari tutu just because it's gonna be of much use when carrying the crystal back to the exit. Now let's see if I can sell the toothpick and buy the tightrope. I don't think so. Maybe get rid of one Armani suit. I think I'm gonna sell the photon decelerator and buy a new weapon for Jolari. There we go, that looks pretty good. So we get a little bit of a hit to our HP and defense, but now Jolari seems to be quite speedy. Yeah, that's a marked difference there. Let's keep exploring down. Let's try our luck. We don't have much luck here. We got some dust though. And we have 2 waves approaching. Jolari seems to be doing okay here. But now we have a crystal attacking guy on the way. So let's just prepare for that. And see if Jolari manages to kill the enemy here. Seems like she struggles just a little bit, so let's heal her up, move her back. Right, let's use up all our DPS abilities. Let's get rid of this crystal guy as soon as possible. Let's see how Miz is doing. Not too good, actually. I'm gonna move her back as well. Let the enemies get a little bit damaged by this Sea Blaster here. Alright, now that cost us a little bit of science and food, but I think it was worth it. I'm gonna use this dust I gathered to power up the room to our left. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do, and put down an industry generator or a science generator. I do need more science for the cooldowns, because right now I think I'm gonna need all the cooldowns I can get, but I think industry is a priority for now. Right, let's get those orthodox shards into the room, and a dust field generator to increase the heroes' defense in this room, and increase also a suppression bot to increase the DPS of our heroes. Now we do have a little bit of a problem here, that this is the whole right side of the map is one big dead end. So what I want to do is minimize the number of spawns with the chef and Mizzy. And even if something spawns in the dark room between Mizzy and our food generator, I think we will be fast enough to respond to that. Let's move downwards. Let's see what that goes. Alright, we got some dust here. That's gonna be very handy in repelling the enemies. Now 2 waves. I'm gonna move the chef back and get Mizzy to deal with the wave. Okay, that's too slow actually. Let's root Mizzy here. Try to take out these crystal enemies as fast as possible. Yeah, we've taken very much damage to our food generator here. I'm not too happy about that. And it's actually destroyed right now, so there is no use keeping Max here. Let him operate the industry generator to recuperate from the loss. Right, I'm gonna power up this room to the bottom of the map, and yeah, we need another one of those Neurostun Z Blaster combos here, I think. That's a room with nothing and with a toxic cloud here. This only increases how difficult it is to keep this right side of the map. Right, from what I see, minor modules in the room previously known as the food room seem to be taking a big beating. So I put Jolary and the chef into this room to minimize the damage done, but it seems like we have crystal guys heading straight to our crystal room, so we're gonna have to move everybody back. That is quite scary. We're being dealt a lot of damage directly to our crystal. And also Mizzy seems to be dealt a lot of damage. I'll have to move Max here. This is way scary. I took a lot of damage to my crystal. I definitely do not have any power left to deal with the with enemies here, so well, I guess Neurostans and Prisoner Prods is what we need. All this just goes to show that what we need is what we need is the exit, and as fast as possible. Right, so 4 waves incoming. Let's get our people on the job. Quite scary what is happening here. I kept Mizzy rooted for as long as possible. Now I'm gonna rotate. Jolari seems to actually work better with tandem with the chef than Mizzy, so I don't know what's up with that. I think we have to use Mizzy a little bit in a little bit different of a way. Let's move everybody back. Let's destroy this crystal guy before he gets to our crystal, and that hurts. Right, I think I need to spread out my guys more just to have more time to deal with any approaching waves of enemies. Just to minimize how many waves can spawn and how fast I can react to them. See if I have anybody to level up easily. I think Mizzy should be leveled up to increase her her defense and her DPS, but leveling up Jolari is also enticing because she's gonna get more speed with that level up. For now, let's go down. Right, so we got an HR manual, which gives us what exactly? It gives us... okay, bonus to defense and attack power if the character is not alone. I think I'm gonna give that to... I think I'm gonna give that to the chef. I think we are way past the point where the small amount of HP regen his item gave us is of any importance. I'm gonna keep rebuilding the Neurostan module in the only powered room I have, not counting the industry generator room to the left side of the map. And that's a little bit of a well-earned science here. I'm gonna keep Mizzy fighting on the right side. The chef seems to be holding his ground pretty well there, but Jaleri is hurting. Doesn't seem to be taking out this guy fast enough. So I think this is my cue to move everybody into the crystal room. Mizzy, of course, as fast as it's possible. Let's heal her up. Let's move her back to the slowing down room. Seems to be working quite alright. I don't think we need more healing, but I think we need more personnel in Mizzy's room. Oops. I have neglected this there's wizard kinda creature here. So I'm gonna have to keep Mizzy alive first and foremost. Now let's move everybody back. Let's restore our countdowns. Let's get rid of these guys. Okay, we've lost a lot of power. Well, I think the only thing we can do is rebuild those slowdown modules. Keep exploring. Maybe actually let's also put prisoner prods wherever I can. I'm not going for sea blasters because the amount of running around I do seems to be only counterproductive for what I want to do. Now here is a self-powered room which is quite close to me, so I'm gonna put an orthodox shard with Mizzy in the choke point here, and that should actually help her deal with all the enemies coming from the far right side. So I can focus on repealing the spawns from the closer rooms. I still moved Max to the leftmost room so we can operate the industry as we are rebuilding everything. Every door opening. Okay, so that's a weapon I cannot use because it's a machine gun, and I do not have a machine gun using guy here. Like Gork. Hello. If you get me out of here, I promise I'll not kill you. Today. I guess that's what you have when you take so many prisoners and convicts on board. Right, so we have 4 waves. One spawned in the Gork's room, one spawned between Mizzy and the chef, and we got one spawn way back there on the right side. So what I'll do is try to deal with the with the closest right one with Mizzy. Let Gork do a little bit of damage to his enemies, but right, that's an alert that Gork's going down. never forget Gork. And Mizzy managed to repel the closest enemies here, so... Oops. That should do. I'll put her back into the auto-dock room so she can regain the lost health points. Try to get rid of the guys coming to my crystal room, but I have one crystal attacking golem or something coming in from the right, I think. Yeah, here it is. With that being getting taken care of, I can move everybody into the crystal room. Try to minimize how much this guy attacks my my crystal. And that went alright, I think. I am going to put the chef into this room again because I do not like being cut off from Mizzy with the approaching waves. I'm gonna keep exploring the further down because I do not want to risk opening additional waves near my crystal room. Right, so we got 4 waves, and I do need to move everybody back to the crystal room because seems like we got 2 waves spawning very close. Max is gonna go there as well. Let's use our beloved DPS increasing abilities, and let's move Jewelry back into the crystal room, and also the guys. How is Mizzy doing? She can almost go back to the crystal. Oh, this is quite bad. This is I'm very reactive to my enemies instead of destroying them outright. This does not feel like I'm winning the this floor. Well, what can you do? I guess the fact that I ignored all of my previous dust vaults means that I'm now hurting on the dust front so much. So this is a huge mistake, no mistake, but it's a huge bummer that there's just so many unusable rooms. So we have 4 waves as usual. Most of them gonna go to Mizzy, so I'll just try to hold for as long as possible. I'm gonna see what's the right. I don't want any research done right now, so instead I'm going to move my guys to the... Well, first let's deal with the lower wave. Let's use the damage over time ability first. and see how the bottom team is going. They're doing quite alright. Mizzy is hurting, but what's new? Alright, this is new. Let's put her back into the crystal room already. Let's put Max on the right side. The bottom is almost taken care of. Seems like it's taken care of entirely right now. So just keep Max alive. Yeah, keep Max alive. Let's give him some backup. Right, again, we sustained some damage to the crystal and we lost our prisoner prods. I guess the food generator would be better because now we have a big surplus of industry, but not enough food to do anything actually productive with it. And we do have to unlock the leftmost side of the map now. So I'm gonna add a neurostun module to the right Maisie room so she can actually deal as much damage to the enemies right now, because she does seem to overshoot the damage somewhat. So what I mean is she does a lot of damage but has not enough attacks per second. She's not fast enough to take out the enemies. So they go around her and just go attack the crystal straight away, just like this right now. So we got enemies, crystal enemies going straight to our base room, and I need to deal with them first. That was fast. Destroyed my my industry generator so fast. Let's restore all the abilities. Kick him in the nuts. Very nice. Mizzy actually managed to take out the hulking crystal golem, whatever he's called, before he got to the crystal. So now I'm gonna build a food generator, and I think I'm gonna leave it, leave Max here to operate and defend it. Chef's gonna go downwards just to make sure that we do not have waves spawning in our immediate surroundings. So let's go with neurostun modules, let's go with dust field generators and orthodox shards. This is gonna be our hero fighting room. I'm just one dust short of powering the next room. We're always one dust from something. Now we have waves to the bottom and to the right, and both right ones are, yeah, they're gonna be dealt with by Mizzy quite easily. So I'm just gonna put Chef and Jaleari back. Actually, I do think they can advance just a little bit, get some damage in, fall back, And we should be doing alright here. I have to keep an eye out on Mizzy as usual. And now I'm running very low on food. I'll have to fall Mizzy back into the room with my prisoner prods. And even actually move everybody back to crystal rooms as we have those hulking enemies approaching. I'm using up most of my resources right now. I do not like that. And now I'm actually spent on my food resources. I'm gonna have to move Max into Mizzy's room to help her actually move everybody to the room, because she's rooted and I have no health to help her. So as soon as possible I move her out to ensure that that she does not get hurt further. That was a very hairy situation. Now then, do I want to power this room up? Do I want to power this bottom room up? Oops, I made a big mistake here. I forgot to check how much industry I have left, and what happened is I have now I don't have enough energy for any extractor more, so I don't know, do I want to leave it be here? Okay, I'm gonna keep exploring upwards, but I'm gonna power the... I'm gonna power up the room between Mizzy and the crystals, so we can have a big choke point here. With Z-blasters, with prisoner prods, all that good stuff here. Because as Mizzy is pretty good at holding on her own, but we do need to not worry about those crystal monsters going for our base there. I'm gonna open up the chest and see if we have any enemies, but not. This doesn't seem to be the case here. And we got another kitchen gloves, which ups our attack. It's a pretty simple item, but we don't have any slot for that. Well, that would be useful. And we found a merchant and some dust. So now decisions. What do I want the next powered up room to be? I think I want it down here, so that the chaff can move even further up and block block more spawns there. I'm even gonna go and put Mizzy one room forward so that we do not have enemies spawning in the immediate neighborhood of Mizzy's. And here we have some very needed industry and waves upon waves of enemies spawning to the left of our base. So let's put our heroes into Max's room. And let's hope we can take out this guy gunning for our crystal before he gets there. There we go. Very nicely done. Let's use up a little more of our science to reuse the abilities of the chef. And we get just enough time to hold that position there. Now Mizzy is actually did not contribute much to that fight, and that was my overlook. I thought this this was the enemy. And this is like the a part of the whole tile set, so that was a mistake on my part. Let's get Mizzy to deal with this crystal guy here. Okay, so we got another power node available. I'm thinking I could try and power this room up and put a generator here. I think it's gonna be less prone to getting attacked for the enemies that will prioritize going to my crystal. Or if they are going downwards here, they're gonna divert from the first path, and then they're gonna actually have to go through this choke point and then again through this choke point. So they're gonna take a bunch of damage here. So I'll actually power this bottom room up. And what do I want to get there? Do I want a industry or a food replicator? That is a good question. Let's try and get a food replicator. Get some more prisoner prods there. And even put Max onto the food replicator. So now I'm gonna need the chef to be closer to the part that I'm exploring in right now. And let's try and go here, a little bit closer to the base. Maybe an exit will be somewhere here. Nope, just dust, no enemies, so I guess I'll take that. And there we go, we have an exit and we have no enemies. Now let's see if I can whoops. Okay. Can I power a path to the exit? Not really. Question is, do I want to explore it a little bit more or just try and book it? I think I'm gonna try and book it because I want to actually have this much dust I have in the next. But I don't know if dust carries over. That is actually interesting. Let's make a run for it. Let's I'm gonna put Mizzy into the topmost choke point, so if anything spawns in the room upwards from the exit, she's gonna take care of that. And then I'm gonna put the guys into the first choke point. Let's do it. Oh, this game becomes increasingly scary every time I do it. Alright, so the guys are not gonna be needed there, so let's just move them up already. And kill the monsters as fast as possible. Very nicely done. Now I can move everybody to the elevator. Quite scary, but quite good of a run of a floor 9. Unfortunately, I don't seem to be carrying over much stuff there, so let's see if I can keep going like this. Maybe I'll get more lucky with the exit on the next floors. I haven't had this much fun in an elevator since that pallet of lubricant. Forget it. Oh, chef. Alright, let's see what floor 10 is gonna throw at us.